Good morning. We are the Life Motivators. We welcome everybody that is coming in here today to spend their time with us. And we welcome and thank everybody that is watching this on the replay on YouTube channel, Daily Life Motivators. Each day we come in here and we give you our love. We share our energy that we possess each day because we have tapped into it. Our powers that are within is what we tapped into, that source energy, that excitement, that exhilaration for this beautiful day that we have, to be able to come in here and co-create and mastermind with people across the world, to be able to inspire others to do greatness within themselves, to be the best version, to be the full version of you today, that full version of happiness, that full version that has the creativity, and that one that just knows exactly what they want to do today. As we follow along each day, we have been able to do so much more within our life and within this community as we have grown to where it has become from 4 people to now we have 20 to 30 to 40, if not over 100 that gets to watch this daily, if not thousands. Because as this grows each day, we're inspiring people across the world to do more, to be more. And it all started with our words. It all started with our processes, the books that we were reading, the habits that we were changing, the new perspectives of life that we were starting to understand. Many things in life that we didn't understand of where we truly wanted to go. We all woke up with that, well, I guess I'm going to go do this today. Or, oh, this is the only job that I've been able to, do in my life. I don't know if I could do something else. It's been a scarcity within our life of, do we have a job tomorrow? Or are we just a number? Most of us found out throughout our life travels and all of our journeys that we've been on, we are just a number for others. But yet we, as entrepreneurs within here, have found out that we are number one within our life. We are number one within our thought process. And then once we understand that we have the power within to create and manifest the things that we truly desire to do, the places that we want to go, and we do not have to settle for just that little jobby job. We know that we can go out and do so much more to bring in the things that make us happy, to be able to surround ourselves with people that make us happy, inspire us, and uplift us. I had to evaluate my friends list. I had a big friends list at one time. And as I was going through construction life, it was great, because I could network and always keep a job. But once I got laid off from the oil and gas industry, and then I found out that I don't want to do this again. I want to be able to do more within my life. So I started creating more within my life. And that's how the Life Motivators become as well. Because I surrounded myself with people who inspired me to do more, to be able to bring out more, to be able to have more within my life. And as I surrounded myself, they unlocked or assisted me to unlock my thought processes that I was having, because it was negative thought processes. And as I started implementing some positive thought processes, it shifted my life. And as I started doing that on a daily practice all day long, because we can get into a happy state first thing in the morning, say, we're going to rock out this day. It's our day. But as you go out there into the reality of world and surround yourself with others that are in that negative state, where's that energy going to transfer? Right over to you. So that's why we started the journaling. And that way I keep a list of my highest values that I'm going to take care of today. And when I start to feeling like I'm getting off of my path of where I was going, what do? I look at my list again and I remember, aha, this is where I need to be. This is what I need to be doing. Not over here gossiping at the water cooler. Not over there bashing someone else about their life and what they're not doing right. I had to check myself. Because if I was over there bashing someone else and I started looking in the mirror and then I started figuring out, I have no room to talk. So when I figured that part out, I started keeping my mouth shut and I started opening the 2 ears and listening to people that had success within their life and the habits that they were utilizing, and I implemented it into my life. Now each day I'm able to flow a whole lot better with happiness and joy and higher energy vibrations and love within my life that is so overwhelming sometimes that it's like, I've got so much to give. I got some things I want to say. But then I have to remember, not everybody is ready to receive. Not everybody is in that same path or alignment to want more within their life. But I surrounded myself with people who do. And I surrounded myself with people who give me nourishing words as well. And then guess what? My life has been able to evolve into so much more within a short period of time versus the last 43 years that I have put into it. Just these last 3 years. I'm almost about to hit 47 now. And I am thankful each day for these people that you see on the screen that has assisted me in some shape, form, or fashion to be a better person. Because that's what I desired. And that's what I wanted. So that's what I brought into my life, that type of energy. So the only thing I'm going to ask you today, what kind of energy do you want to possess today? Then I'm going to ask you, what energy and thoughts are you putting to you? Because me and Julio ask all the time, what do you want in life? You have to answer those questions. No one else can. So enjoy every moment of what you're doing, because if you're not enjoying it, then why are you doing it? Because if it's not bringing happiness into you, or love or joy into you, then there's no reason. So turn it around just a little bit and start saying, I will do the things that will make me happy today. I will do the things that bring love into my life today. I will put the words to myself each morning because I have the power within to unlock greatness. Unlock your greatness today and have fun with it. Go ahead, Brother Julio.
That's a good note to end off on in reference to you, Thomas. Like, just unlock the greatness that's already in you, man. We're always talking about becoming your better self. How else do you get there except to search out for that? And I don't mean searching in other places, but of course that self-analyzation that we're always talking about. You seeking it out for yourself. I like the good book that says he who seeks my face early shall surely find it. But why did he say early? Why early for? Well, it's because we get so captivated with our days. We're so busy. Our time, our energy, and our effort is always going in a million directions, and it doesn't have to. That's the reality. It really doesn't have to. I envy in a good way, some of my peers in here who are able to, they're free from some of those things, because a lot of that stuff is in our head. But there's certain things, there's certain restraints or responsibilities, should I say, it depends on how you look at it, that a lot of us have. And some of us don't have those things, and they're operating in those areas. Some of us are operating off of a limitlessness in that, because there aren't those restraints or those obligations, that are there. So we all operate differently, so we're all able to seek out things differently, but I think we should be intentional about where we're directing our time, where we're directing our energy, where we're directing our efforts, and the most perfect time to get those things done is in the morning. The most perfect time, because you get less phone calls. People aren't blowing you up on email. They're not messaging you on a messenger. There's no kids running around because a lot of them are sleeping. Maybe not all of them, depending on how early kids get up, but I think it's important for us to search and seek out wisdom early, and I'm not just referencing connecting with your creator, connecting with source power, however you want to view it. I make the intent. That's the first thing I do outside of when I wake up, and I open up my eyes and say my thank yous and express gratitude. And I'm just kind of taking it in before I take those first few steps off of my bed, or just wake up and, kind of slip into consciousness from the from the subconscious, but I think we have to direct our energy, intentionally towards seeking out wisdom, man, because we get so captivated with all of these things, all of these tasks, a lot of people who, like myself, who are so busy, like there's times when I'm so busy during the week that I'll go ahead and try to take off the weekend, but then the weekend is kind of like you get all the things done in the weekend that you're not able to get done during the week, so it ends up being a busy day on top of that. So these things I'm telling you in reference to experience, like I have to get up early. Otherwise, I don't feel charged. I don't feel energized. I don't feel encouraged. I don't feel like motivating anybody if I'm not first able to encourage and motivate myself. You know, if I'm not plugging into my source and being charged, you know, being equipped, you know, for whatever the day's gonna bring. You know, I was just jotting down a couple of things while Thomas was speaking, but everything I was kind of just looking at it, and everything that I'm writing has to do with wisdom. You know, if I could summarize some of the points that I was bringing up, because I'm not going to sit here and give you an 8-point message, you know, but in that, it's important to seek out wisdom, man. You know, where should you be going? Where should you be? You know, you're the only person setting out that intention. You're the only person that is directing your life. You have that power. You have that you have that authority over yourself. You know, nobody on here is your boss. Your husband or your wife, they're not your boss. You know, we're co-creating together with our loved ones. You know, so it's important to direct our energies correctly early in the morning, because we are taken to and from, and because of those that we love or that we're caring for, or, you know, our friends, our family, or, you know, parties and all of these things that are all going on. It's important every single day, you know, to revisit that. You know, that is how you get in tune. That's how you get in tune to your mind and your body and your spirit. You know, that is how you calm yourself, you know, through the practices that you're making early in the morning. You know, I have a bunch of different practices, a bunch of different routines that I personally implement, you know, in my practice. That's part of my routine. And when I'm taking off my routine, I don't feel like I'm in tune. But even then, I know that my feelings mislead me. My heart misleads it. All like those two things, guys. The word references that there's times where your heart will be on point. Your emotions, your feeling, your intuition, you know, is 100% on point. But then there's times when, because we're emotionally driven, you know, this is more effective. This is more correct with females than it is with males. But in creation, we're all both emotionally driven, you know, and in our emotion, we get captivated, we get overwhelmed, we get distracted, we lose our focus, you know. I think the statistic is, and Les Brown, I get this from Les Brown, but I've heard him say it in a bunch of, you know, different times when he was delivering, you know, his little sermons or messages and whatnot, motivational speakings, that the time in the morning, it's a Monday morning, between I think 9 and 10 a.m., more people have heart attacks around the world during those times. Why is that? That's the hours that people are on their way to work or already at work. On a Monday morning, that anxiety that's built up within them, the worry that is built up within them, their minds running rampant without control, the amount of pressure that they put upon themselves, you know, those individuals did not make it a point to be in tune, did not make it a point to center themselves. And don't get me wrong, there's some exceptions, you know, so I'm not just saying that's 100% the case with, but that's just, you know, a statistic that I was given that I kind of found alarming to just listen to, like, wow, that's interesting, you know. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense, man. A lot of people hate Mondays. They hate the beginning of that week. Oh, I got to get back to work. I got to get back in the routine. And, you know, I didn't finish this and that and all of these things. And we're not centering ourselves, man. We're not having that balance within all of this. It's like this life we can go through it, but that's not really living. That's kind of just existing. That's going through the emotions. That's going through the roller coasters, you know, that life is throwing at us, instead of us being intentional in our direction, you know. So if you can set aside some time, I think it'll make for a better, greater day. It'll make for more intent in your day, where you can visit those goals more often, where you can take a moment, take 5, take 10, you know, to pray, or to sit there and read something, or listen to something that is soothing and calming to your heart and to your spirit, you know. But it's important to seek out, man. Seek out that wisdom. Seek out the instruction for yourself. Not based off of what Julio's saying or Thomas or any one of us who comes on here and speaks, but centering yourself so you can get in tune to who you're supposed to be. So you can be that better version of you every single day. And then tomorrow comes and you have another opportunity to do it again. You know, we're not, Thomas, we're talking about this the other day, right? Where we're never given the instruction to see what's at the top of that stairwell. You know, or we're not given the instruction to see what's all the way at the end of the tunnel. You know, we know there's a light over there. We could see it, but we can't see everything. All we could really see is what's in front of us. All we really could see and absorb and take in is what we have on our plate today, the task that we have to master or, you know, knock out today. You know, and that all starts with intention. So my personal opinion is, you want to give yourself the best opportunity to become that better version of you, get in tune to who you are. There's a radio host, while saying that, I said, get in tune, stupid. You know, and I'm not calling anybody stupid, man, but you want to direct your life in the way that you want it to go, get in tune, stupid. Because otherwise, we're just being led instead of leading. We're being led instead of leading. You want to get into a habit? You want to build up some confidence? You want to build some routines? Start your morning off the right way. I challenge you to do that. Wake up an hour early. Wake up 2 hours early, half an hour, whatever that time frame is, where you know you can give yourself ample time to connect, where you can give yourself ample time to enjoy a cup of coffee, not be in a hurry, not have anxiety, not have all these stresses of, oh, I got to do this, and that, and all these other things. But get into a place where you're calming, where you're soothing, you know, yourself, where you're nurturing yourself, where you're taking care of numero uno first. There's no selfishness in that. How can you help anybody else if you're not first helping yourself? That is selflessness, not selfishness. I'm going to help everybody else, but I can't help everybody else with the best version of me unless I'm first in tune with myself. Unless I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. That's how you become the best version of you, man. Get in tune, stupid. You know, love you guys, man.
Much love and appreciation. And everyone in here, what do? Yes, we do. We get up. We align ourselves before we come in within here, before we even go out there into the reality of the world, before we even go and give our loved ones a hug, before we even go and, you know, say, hey, it's a great morning. Why? Because if we don't align ourselves first, then you're just not going to bring good vibrations. We look for the good vibrations within the day, within our mornings. And what do? We're asking Source to give us all the knowledge, all the wisdom, all the courage, all the physical abilities that we need to be able to accomplish this day. Because this is the day that we have to accomplish. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. We're here. We're now. What are you accomplishing, and what are you trying to do better for you than you did yesterday? That's it. Being a better version than you was yesterday. If you was a butthole yesterday and you knew it, then you might need to go and apologize to a few people today. All right, Miss Carol is going to read chapter 7 for us, and she is going to have The Magic by Rhonda. So if you got your books or your PDFs, we're going to pass it over to her. Go ahead, Carol. Unmute.
I'm getting there. Give me 1 second. I got to get situated. Get all the boogers out of my nose. And get it where you can hear me. All right, day 7. The magical way out of negativity. A thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. Baha'u'llah, Persian founder of the Baha'i faith. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity. Because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return, and we stop the magic happening in our lives. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing. Are you grateful for health when it's good? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day? Or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it? Or do you take your pay or salary for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly? Or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when there are problems? Are you grateful when your car is working well? Or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day? Or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts, and words. So, when you complain, by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. If you're complaining about weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your family, a friend, a stranger, waiting in line, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you are not being grateful. And you're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong, you have unintentionally not been being grateful enough. It's impossible to be negative when you're grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you're grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you're grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them into gratitude. The negative situation will disappear in a puff of smoke, just like magic. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look at things to be grateful for in a negative situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know your gratitude will magically transform every negative circumstance. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad Game, which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the Glad Game featured in the movie throughout my childhood and adolescence. To play the Glad Game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation makes the solution appear. Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." Gautama Buddha, founder of Buddhism. Let Buddha's words be your inspiration. And today, take one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or in your gratitude journal. As an example, your problem might be that you're out of work and desperate, and despite your best efforts, you're still unemployed. To magically turn this situation around, you have to do a concentrated practice of gratitude on the situation. Here are some examples of what you might say. Number one, I am so grateful to have had more time for my family during this period. Number two, I am grateful that my life is in a lot better order because of the spare time I've had. Number three, I am grateful that I I've had a job most of my life and that I'm experienced. Number 4, I am truly grateful that this is the first time I've been unemployed. Number 5, I'm grateful that there are jobs out there and more new jobs are appearing each day. Number 6, I am grateful for all things I've learned in applying for jobs and in going for interviews. Number 7, I am grateful that I have my health and that I can work. Number 8, I am grateful for my family's encouragement and support. Number 9, I am grateful for the rest I've had because I needed it. Number 10, I'm grateful that through losing my job, I've realized how much having a job means to me, and I never realized that until now. As a result of the unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances. Their current situation must and will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation, and there are unlimited ways that the negative situation can change. All you have to do is practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example. A son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, he never seems to be good enough for his father. Number 1, I am grateful that most of my relationships in my life are really good. Number 2, I am grateful for my father for working hard so that I could have the education that he didn't get to have. Number 3, I am grateful to my father for supporting our family through my childhood because I didn't have a clue how much hard work and money it took to keep our family going. Number 4, I'm grateful to my father for taking me to basketball games every Saturday when I was a child. Number 5, I'm grateful that my father is not tough on me these days as he used to be in the past. Number 6, I'm grateful that my father cares so much about me because he wouldn't be tough if he didn't care so much. Number 7, I am grateful that through my relationship with my father, I have learned to have compassion and a greater understanding with my children. Number 8, I am grateful to my father for showing me how important encouragement is in raising happy and confident children. Number 9, I'm really grateful when I get to laugh with my father. Some people never go or never get to do that because they didn't have a father. And for others who have lost their father, they will never have a chance to laugh with their father again. Number 10, I am so truly grateful that I have my father because amid the tough times, there have been good times, and there will be more good times ahead with my father. As a result of the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will be changing their relationship for the better. The son changed the way he thinks and feels about the father, which immediately changes what he attracts from his father, even though the son was being grateful in his mind. At an energetic and quantum level, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father. Provided he maintains his gratitude, by the law of attraction, the son must receive far better circumstances with his father, and their relationship must begin to improve immediately. Remember, you cannot tell your gratitude is working, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working is your feelings lifting. So when you do feel better about it, you know the situation will improve and the solutions will appear. The answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus, concentrating gratitude on it until you feel better inside. Then you'll see the magic work is its wonder in the outside world. In making your written list, make sure you list each of the 10 things you're grateful for in the following way. I am so grateful for blank, or I am truly grateful for blank. And finish the sentence with what you're grateful for. You can also use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude's magical power if you find it easier. I am so glad that blank. And finish the sentence with what you're glad about. Once you've listed 10 things you're grateful for, finish the magical way out of negativity practice by writing, thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. It may be challenging, but see if you can make it through one day. There's an important reason to do this, because most people have no idea how much we speak negatively. But you'll have an idea after watching your words for a day. Remember that negativity and complaining bring more of those things. And if you're aware of what you're saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequences and if you're of what you're about to say. Here is a magical lifeline you can use if you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for blank. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic lifeline with you and grab a hold of it whenever you're in need. And if any little problem or situation appears in the future, remember to put out the embers with the gratitude before it grows into a fire. And at the same time, you will ignite the magic in your life. Magical practice number 7, the magical way out of negativity. Number 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 things, 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list. And at the end of each blessing, say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, choose one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve. Number 3, list 10 things that you're grateful for about the negative situation. Number 4, at the end of your list, write thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. Number 5, just for today, see if you can get through one day, just one day without saying anything negative. If you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative, use the magical lifeline. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for blank. Just remember, number 6, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened that day.
Thank you very much for that, Carol. And I want everybody to go back and read number 5, because we said it a minute ago. All we want you to do is take one day, and try not to speak any negativity. You will see it, and you'll understand where we've been talking about the words that you give to yourself each day, the words that you speak to yourself, the words you speak over others. Is it negative or is it positive? So if you start to catch yourself today, go back and do number 5. And then that way you can say, I am truly grateful for. Then what are you grateful for? It's been an awesome morning within here with everybody. It's been a great day to be able to enjoy and share this power of the book that is giving us new perspectives and habits. And that's it. We're not asking you to do anything crazy within life, but yet start to understand the words you're speaking to yourself and to others. Because the words that you speak over yourself, there's power in it. And if you speak negative of you, saying, oh, I don't like my hair today, guess what? You're speaking negative of you. Oh, I don't like my weight today. Oh, you're speaking negative of you. So quit speaking the negative words over you and start putting the positive things of what you like about you and start focusing on that. Start looking at those that are around you and stop looking at the negative things that they do. Start looking at the positive things that they're good at. And then guess what? Then the energy of more positive of that right there will come to them just as well. And once you start trying this practice within your life of speaking good over you in the morning times, like Julio said earlier in the morning is better because you can connect when there is no negative energies around you yet. There's nothing of bad that's going to be around you at all. So enjoy you, enjoy that physical body that you have, enjoy the people that you get to surround yourself with, because every person that you get to meet on this train ride of life has something to implement into your life, has something of a new habit or new perspective, a new way of thinking. So just know we all have power within, but it has to start with you first. It's been a great day. We're going to wrap this one up with Miss Shannon. She's going to give us some awesome affirmations. Go ahead, Shannon.
Morning, everybody. The secret is within me. The more I use the power within me, the more I will draw it to me. I will reach a point where I won't need a practice anymore, because I will be the power, I will be the perfection, I will be the wisdom, I will be the intelligence, I will be the love, I will be the joy.
I will be the love. I will be the joy. Woo! Powerful. Start writing you some affirmations as you go along when you're reading in this book and you have your list of things that you're doing. Start throwing you some affirmations off in there as well on your journal and start getting some good things within you. Thank you all very much. It's been an awesome day. We love and appreciate y'all. We shall see y'all tomorrow morning. We do this 7 days a week. Life Motivators are here to inspire others across the world because that's what we do. Have a great day.